Ah. Here alone in this room at night, I let out a big sigh. Solana had been moved to the treatment room on the first floor so that she could be looked at immediately if needed. As soon as they realized she didn't have the rot, she regained her value. And Shalu had rushed over to take care of her. I wanted to be there too, but Shalu refused. She said, "You've been working too hard lately. You take a break." But there's nothing good about being left alone. With nothing to do, sentiments I don't need come flooding. I can't face them straight. I might collapse if I'm not moving with a sense of purpose. This is pathetic. As I said that, I heard the door open and looked back. I approached, thinking maybe Shalu had come back. Oh, hello.
Apologies for dropping by so late at night.
My entire body froze in surprise. Why is the king here so late at night? I carefully prepared my posture, hiding my surprise. I have to be prepared, in case I need to fight back if he attacks me.
You don't have to be so guarded. I just came to bring a reward.
A reward? With a wry smile towards the guarded me, Touya placed a basket of fruits on top of the desk. Taking a quick look at it, I could see that it was expensive fruits that only the aristocrats eat. Sorry, I'm overly self-conscious. You aren't trying to throw your hat in the silly wedding scramble too, are you?
As I said, this is a reward. Or rather, a show of gratitude.
Gratitude? My brow wrinkles. I really don't understand this guy. Touya takes one of the fruits and tosses it to me. I feel regret that I took it so easily.
The spirits will be angry if you don't properly handle the food you hold.
The people of the continent all believe in the existence of spirits and continue to protect the spoken teachings. And this is one of them. We're told at an early age that the spirits will be angered if we play with our food. You'll be punished for evoking the spirits like that.
The spirits would be more angry if I didn't return the favor.
Gratitude, favor. I never understand what you're saying, King.
Don't call me King. Please, call me Touya.
What's he getting at? Upon my suspicious expression, Touya approached with a wry smile. Even if I tried to retreat, there was only a window behind me, causing me to panic internally. Don't come any closer!
I'm looking at you as a person.
What? I spoke as if to cut him off, but despite the strength of my voice, the fog in my head only got murkier. Stopping just a step away from me, Touya looked down at me.
I'm grateful to you, Naala. And this has nothing to do with you being a woman.
Grateful?
I dislike spilling unnecessary blood. You prevented that from happening. And it's a rule that on the battlefield, if a warrior risks their life for a friend, they'll certainly be rewarded for it.
In that case, I can't accept this. This isn't a battlefield.
It is for you.
Easy for you to say, being the one who brought me here.
Don't glare. You'll get wrinkles on your beautiful face.
I don't have any wrinkles. But despite having said so, I am a little worried about it. We love a vain queen. I turned away from the moonlight so he couldn't see.
Well, even if you don't wrinkle, the dark circles under your eyes will only get worse. I've seen ghosts come out of graves looking more lively than you.
What? As I lifted my face, I saw a cup raised directly in front of me. I tilted my head and alternated looking at the cup and Touya.
I've brought a magical medicine that can help even you to sleep.
Touya lifted the gourd hanging on his waist, swinging it happily. The strong smell of alcohol from the gourd tickled my nostrils. I thought I might get drunk from the smell alone. That's just alcohol.
It's the best alcohol in the country.
All the more reason not to drink it.
Oh, so Roos women don't drink alcohol?
He spoke as if disappointed, but looked at me provocatively. My innate competitive spirit showed on my face as I ended up responding to the challenge. We drink? According to Ruth's laws, a person is considered to be an adult when they're old enough to hunt on their own and are allowed to drink alcohol. I was the fastest among my peers in being able to hunt on my own, so I'm quite used to drinking alcohol, thank you very much. So I couldn't stand being thought of as a lightweight.
He's like, whoa.
I took the cup from Touya and downed it all at once. Looking at Touya's surprised face, I stuck out my chest in pride. Girl, that competitive spirit's gonna get you in trouble. He could have drugged you. Any kind of thing could have happened here, girl. Ruth's women can hold their liquor. I'd never lose to a Nasla man.
I wonder about that. We won't know until we try.
You asked for it, but if you lose, then you'll let us go home.
Okay, that's fine. However, if I win...
What?
I'll keep that a secret until the winner is decided. Or are you so unsure of your victory that you have to know what I want in advance?
If you don't tell me... Well, even if you apologize about it in tears later, I won't allow it.
You're strict.
I'm pretty confident in my ability to hold my drinks. I was the strongest in the Roos castle. Due to that pride, internally I was laughing. I didn't think he'd really let us go home, but at least I'd have something I could hold over him.
Well then.
The sky, reflected in the alcohol, swayed. As the cup was drawn to Touya's attractive lips, alcohol's already working. It was like he was drinking the swaying moon.
Let's battle.
An hour later. Ugh.
What's wrong, Naala? Your face is pretty red.
Shut up. I'm just a little tired. What's with this guy? I thought I'd whoop this guy's ass, but now the world is spinning. In other words, I'm drunk. Does the earth always spin so fast?
Don't overdo it. It'll be easier if you admit defeat.
Who's been defeated? Maybe you haven't been drinking at all.
I am. Oh, I forgot to mention, I won the national drinking contest.
Now you tell me. That's sneaky. Getting angry only made the drunk feeling worse. I put my wobbling elbows on the table and rested my head in my hands. This is why I hate Nasla men. You're cowardly, forceful, selfish. You steal women as if it were nothing. This was no longer a contest, but a drunken exchange. So I might as well take this opportunity to really let loose on him. Thinking that, I glared at him.
Yes, that's right.
Again, his face was full of guilt. What? Jeez. I don't know, honestly. Maybe if I'm, like, thinking, it gives him an opportunity to say something again, or she's like, man, why does he have to, like, look so sorry all the time? Instead, she's like, well, huh? Okay, nothing went up, so that's good. What? Jeez. It's unfair for you to make that face. You don't have the right to feel guilty. The back of my chest felt heavy, unbearable. I couldn't stay still, and as I went to stand, I almost collapsed from the dizziness. Even putting strength into my feet, I couldn't resist against the drunkenness. Even in my haze, I prepared myself to fall down. Aww, he caught her. Hey, it's not your turn, sir. Don't steal CGs. Don't do this so early. I gotta wait a long time for you. and in the next instant I felt something warm enveloping me.
I'm sorry.
I told you. You don't have the right to make that face. I knew it was Touya that was holding me, but being drunk, I couldn't muster the strength in my arms to push him away.
I'm sorry.
He apologizes again. His eyes look like they could cry at any time. Right, this is unacceptable. I hate you for having such a piercing face. His sad voice, full of guilt, blunts my judgment. If you have to apologize for it, then why bring us here?
It's because I'm the king.
That's not an explanation.
The king must protect the laws the previous king established. I cannot defy the law of stealing Roos women.
An excuse. You brought a woman here with your own hands. And you're planning to marry one of us, aren't you?
No. I will not marry a Roos woman.
I see. Well, since you already have someone, it's so easy for you.
I have neither a wife nor a partner. There are no women my age in the royal capital now.
Then why...
Being the one who brought you here forcibly, how can I possibly ask one to become my wife? I don't want to be any more forceful than I have to be.
I felt strength gathering in the arms that were supporting me. His low and cool voice sounded like it was quivering. You really are a selfish guy. You're the only one running away from your guilt.
I know. But even still, I can't help but to wish for your happiness.
I'm fine now. Let go. My drunkenness abated slightly, and I regained my composure. Touya also knew this, so he simply pulled back. As soon as we separated, a cold wind blew between us, making us aware of the warmth we'd just shared. I felt a strange rumbling in the back of my chest.
I appreciate you drinking together with me. Thanks to you, I can sleep well tonight. You should also get some rest.
I see. Touya and Ruzi are worried about me, thinking I'm not getting enough sleep. I've probably got dark circles under my eyes and look terrible. That's why Ruzi said he would bring medicine, and Touya brought alcohol to put me to sleep. I also want to say thanks, and I feel guilt for feeling that way. This feeling is wrong. I look out the window wordlessly as I sense Touya leaving the room. Together with the sound of the door closing, I felt complex emotions I couldn't quite call impatience or sadness. It swirled up in my throat, making it tough to breathe. Shalu would be pissed at me if I told her.
If you're looking for her, you can find her in the treatment room.
Huh? Oh gosh. Why is this evening... Are all the main guys gonna be like, hello? I heard you were alone in this room tonight, so I thought I'd drop by.
Good evening, Southern Princess.
Me, a princess. That's some kind of joke.
All women are princesses. Was there supposed to be some other meaning?
Oh boy. You came in here after she's all sozzled and stuff, trying to get her to admit to things. I'm impressed that she was like, excuse you, what do you mean by that? But then Una reversed her. Oh boy, here we go. He's a beautiful guy, has a nice voice. So why am I sweating from unpleasantness? I back off, feeling a different fear than I usually feel from men. Feeling poison mixed in with his greeting, my stomach, which had gotten hot from the alcohol, chilled. This man... does he know that I'm the king's sister?
To be honest, I did obtain information that the sister to the Roos King happens to be here.
Oh, really?
Yes. And that person just happens to go by the name of Naala.
There's 2 other women here who go by the name of Naala. It's quite a common name. Maybe you're mistaken.
Maybe I am.
Seemingly having lost his interest, he goes up to the window. Despite having some distance between us, I began thinking of ways I could get out of this room.
Speaking of, the Roost King is quite fond of his sister. He tried to invade Nasla, all by himself, but we caught him.
Oh, Auri. Is that right?
He's quite the energetic fellow. So, in order for his sister to easily find him, we had him tied up and strung up here.
Leaning on the windowsill, Nohl looked off into the distance, as if with sympathetic eyes. Those eyes seemed to be following the struggles of a resisting captive. My impatience got the best of me as I rushed over to the window. I thought I might fall out of the window, and I leaned forward and squinted. But there was no one there. Not a person, not even a single cat. He got you. He got you, girl. What? No one's there. Looking back at Nohl's expression, he flashed a terrifying cold smile.
Oh, that's quite a bit of concern for someone you don't even know.
I can't say that he tricked me. Saying that would all but confirm it. I ground my teeth in regret as Nohl smiled happily.
Please don't worry. Even if you are the king's sister, I have no intention of telling Lord Touya about it.
Why?
I would like to have Lord Touya marry Miss Naala, the king's sister. However, if he knew this, Touya would certainly lose interest in you. Or, rather, that particular Naala. He is a quite deal more delicate than he looks. He asserts that he doesn't want to marry for political reasons.
In other words, you want to use that Naala for political purposes.
It's good to have more than one trump card, isn't it? So, if you were to find Miss Naala that is the king's sister, would you mind letting me know? I shall have her choose Lord Touya, and if she doesn't choose him...
Then what? Moving forward, Nohl grinned with that beautiful smile of his. With those smooth lips that could be mistaken for a woman's, he whispered into my ear. Hi. You're very close.
Perhaps I'll give her to that savage. He would be thrilled, and she would be thoroughly defiled before the day's end.
For having such a beautiful face, you sure say some nasty things. You have those desires too, don't you?
It was only a joke. You see, I have no interest in women.
I see. He's playing ball for the other team. I can't believe that's actually a line in this game. That's great. You can't believe a word this guy says. Also, he has a root, so big fat liar. With that beautiful face, yeah, that makes sense. Everything's adding up. The math is mathing here. And he's like, let me throw you a little curveball in this ball game. Pew!
And just to be clear, I have no interest in men either.
Then what are you interested in? Talking to the enemy like this felt like I was in a dream. Even Nohl's presence felt ethereal, like he wasn't quite real.
What I am interested in is the fate of this country.
How austere of you. I said it with a sneer, but Nohl squinted at me as if I'd said something interesting.
I have simply lost interest in pragmatic things, such carnal pleasures of the flesh.
The moonlight shining through the clouds glimmered in the back of his eyes. That terrible light sent a shiver down my spine. I definitely can't let my guard down around this guy.
Well then, if I stay for too long, our king will become jealous, so I shall take my leave of you here. Excuse me, Southern Princess. Right, that's not you, of course.
Impulsively, I wanted to throw one of the fruit on the table at him, but I stopped myself at the thought alone. I could hear Touya's voice in my head saying,
If you don't properly handle the food.
And that's even more frustrating. I take out my frustration by explosively biting into the fruit. Dumbass king. This is delicious. I'm so frustrated. There's no way I can sleep being this frustrated. I was frustrated with my failures. Despite that, I was out like a light after a few minutes.